Bismillah. Two women lived under the same roof. One was Miriam and the other was Betul. As much as one was ugly, the other was beautiful. As much as one was rich, the other was poor. As much as one was loved and pampered, the other went unnoticed. Frankly, Miriam was married to a wealthy merchant who loved him passionately. Batul was at his service. Miriam rarely left her bed. She suffered from an unknown illness that had been eating her away for some time. Her very attentive husband brought all the Eastern and Western doctors to his bedside, but Miriam wasted away every day. Betul was strong and vigorous. She performed all the duties of the house perfectly and took care of her mistress with total dedication. Mixed with gratitude because Miriam had welcomed her when she found herself alone and unprotected, one day, feeling his imminent death, Miriam asked Batul to bring him his box. Batul did so, and Miriam gently opened the box to remove, to the amazement of her servant, scissors with which she cut a wick from her bangs. "Here," she said to Batul, holding out his wick. "Keep it close to your body. Promise me never to leave this house." "I promise you, Lella," replied Batul. Once alone, Batul examined the strange gift Miriam gave him. She did not have time to know more about this act because Miriam passed away immediately after. This disappearance plunged the house into great mourning. Batul, as promised, continued to serve his master and take care of the rich house of which she knew every corner. A year, 10 2, 10 3, passed without the master of the house finding a smile. Miriam's disappearance had affected him to the point where his condition worried his friends, who undertook to help him by proposing to him in marriage the daughters of the most honorable families of the city. Without responding to all these proposals, he continued to lead an austere life without surprise. He went in and out of his house without ever noticing the presence of Batul. Yet, so beautiful and so devoted, her indifference exasperated the girl. "The height is that he remarries another," she said to herself. "What would I do then with the promise I made to poor Miriam if the news marriage expelled me?" Saying this, Batul remembered the advice of his protector and thought of the lack of hair she had hidden for fear of losing it. She went to get it and put it very close to her body without really knowing the effect that this gesture was going to have. That day, on entering his home, the owner, so sad, usually indifferent, looked at the girl with delight, as if he was discovering her for the first time. "Where were you asking him? Why did you leave me alone?" "I'm here," replied Betul. "I have never left the house." "I didn't see you. Why were you eating then?" Betul did not believe his ears because for the first time the master really saw her. She was even more surprised when he was asked to eat. He invited her to share her meal. When Batul served the tea, the man who looked at her intently declared his attention. "Batul, that's what your name is, isn't it?" "Yes, Sidi," replied Batul timidly. Do you want to be my wife according to the tradition of God and His Prophet? I want it, Sidi. And finally, understanding the miracle of the fringe, she continued, I would like, Sidi, that you call me Miriam from this moment. It will be my pleasure too, and you must stop calling me Sidi. Without pomp or fanfare, Batul became Miriam, the wife of the wealthy merchant who has since found a smile. Batul Miriam knew the secret of his transformation and easily accommodated. She made the lock of her and talisman that never left her and never forgot her benefactress in her prayers. Beautiful children came to complete the happiness of this couple of three, a man, a woman, and a fringe.